Hello, happy Monday. Welcome back to Melanie Loves Death Metal, where today we are not talking about death metal. I figured let's just talk about some black metal, appease some of the audience here that have been asking about what I've been listening to in terms of the genre. And I've got a stack of vinyl here of some black metal and then some questionable black metal. And when I say questionable, it's pretty a fine line of this actually being black metal. It was classified black metal back in the day, but these newer albums don't really have a hint of it at all. But I threw them in there, and when you see what I'm talking about, you'll understand it. But this is the final birthday haul. As you guys know, I turned 40 almost like a week and a half ago. Got a bunch of gift cards and just money and other stuff, and I used it all, well, most of it to get records added into my collection. It was great shopping for all of these, and they're coming in. This is the final stack, and then after that, it'll just be, I don't know when the next vinyl update will be, because I haven't bought anything. I've got a bunch of pre-orders that are out there, but I haven't put an order in yet. So we'll see. I've been kind of pumping out these collection, rebuilding my vinyl collection the last 2 weeks because I got so much of the birthday vinyl in, but now it might be a while. I'm actually traveling to Chicago at the end of this week. My cousin is getting married and we're going to the wedding, obviously. So money is a little bit more restrictive on what I can spend because we're traveling, and that's going to be a pretty costly trip, unfortunately. So I stopped purchasing after that. But I do have several other CDs and tapes that I haven't shown yet on here that I'll show off and talk about some new music that's been coming out. And there's some new music in here too. But if you did not see this past Friday, I was Heavy Metallurgy with Simon from Explosive Action, and then of course Marty and Alan, where we talked about our favorite releases to come out in 2024 so far. We re-ranked our top 10. I know for a fact my list is going to be way different by the end of the year, but for right now, that was a really fun stream. We did this last year too, and it ended up being a lot of fun. And then at the end of the year, we'll go back and talk about our favorite albums for the end of the year. And last year it was so different, so I'm sure it'll be the same way. So go ahead and check that out. I will link it in the description. I've mentioned this in several other another video before, but just broadcasting that, it was a lot of fun. But I showed off a couple of these records on there, so if you've watched that stream, you're going to already know what I'm showing off here, and that is, the first one I'm going to show off is the new Vorga album on Transcending Obscurity. So this is called Beyond the Palest Star. Transcending Obscurity is a label out of India, and they are by far one of the best extreme metal labels out there. And that is because they find so many great underground bands that I've never heard of, a lot of people have never heard of, that go on to be successful too. And they also put out some very quality products. So if you've ever bought from them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So Blast Beat Vinyl actually got this in stock, and I have this on CD. I showed the CD off a while ago. Because Indie Merch is also the U.S. distributor for Transcending Obscurity. But they don't always get the records in right away, and I was waiting for this to become available in the U.S. I could have directly ordered from TO. They do have a U.S. website, and it just takes forever to get here, and I just knew eventually U.S. distro would get it in stock, and I would be able to get it and not have to worry about that international shipping. So alas, Blast Beat Vinyl got it in. So it's this really nice gatefold jacket with some spot glossing, as you can see there. This really nice texture of the jacket, and then the logo is embossed. So again, if you've ever bought from Transcending Obscurity, you understand how great of a product that they put a lot of attention to detail into their pressings. So again, that spot glass goes across the gatefold, and then here's the lyrics on this side. So just a really beautiful jacket. And this is similar to the CD as well. The CD has the same style of quality for the digibooks that they make. Their CDs are definitely worth buying. I'm not a huge fan of digibooks, as you guys know, but I absolutely love the way that they press their stuff. I have a tape to show off too. I'll show you that, and another update from a release that came out this year as well. Same thing, attention to detail, the quality that they put into their tapes are incredible. So Vorga is a band from Germany. It is an atmospheric black metal band, or just black metal. There's a lot of atmosphere on this album. This is their second full length, their first full length, Striving Toward Oblivion. I was not a huge fan of that. Came out in 2022. It didn't really click with me, but for whatever reason, this one did. There's a lot of obviously it's space themed, and you get that when you're listening to this. You get that space atmosphere that I really enjoy. Sometimes the lyrics, like the vocal style, remind me a little bit similar of Dissection, so that's probably why I like it so much, because that's some of my favorite music. But yeah, just this album has been so phenomenal. This is by far one of my favorite black metal albums to come out this year. I've been addicted to this album, so I absolutely had to grab this on wax, and I've been spinning it. I got this several days ago, and just, goddamn, this jacket is so beautiful. I love this artwork, too. I meant to actually look and see who did the artwork. Adam Burke. Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that Adam Burke was the artist for this. Well, there you go. That's why I like it. So, and then, of course, there's several different color variants. I just said add to cart. I didn't really decide which one I wanted. I didn't care. It was whatever the first one that popped up on the Blast Beast website. So it's whatever this version 2 is. So that's one side. Here's the other. It goes well with the album theme. And it plays nice. No issues there. One thing that I wanted to call out about color vinyl that kind of drives me nuts, and somebody else was talking about this in one of their other YouTube channels, I'm blanking on who it was now, was that you can't always see the scratches and scuffs that might come in, like when you get a brand new record, because yeah, sometimes you get that paper rash. This definitely came with just a really crappy paper inner sleeve. I just threw it in the jacket, but I put a brand new plastic, sleeve on this. So I do clean my records a lot more when they're colored for that reason, because I don't always see all of the dust or anything else that might be on these. And when I put this on the platter, I noticed there was a little bit of distortion sounding. And I was like, okay, I bet you this needs to be clean. And sure enough, once I cleaned the record, it sounded perfect. So there must have been some sort of dust and stuff in the grooves that I wasn't seeing, because it's a colored vinyl. So that is one con to it. But for the most part, colored vinyl sounds the same as black. I've never heard really much of a difference between either or, but that's always an argument that gets brought up whenever people see that I'm showing off colored records. There's always like one grifter on here that's always like, ooh, colored vinyl's so bad, blah, blah, blah. I've never had that experience. But anyway, I just went off on a tangent there. So this is variant number 2, gatefold LP with metallic effect and UV lamination. Yeah, so that's what the lamination is. Even the hype sticker just is cool. So there you go. Great album if you're into this style of black metal, very atmospheric style. You'll really enjoy this record. I think this is by far one of the best albums to come out this year. It's going to be high up on my year-end list. I'm probably going to break out the death metal and black metal again like I did last year. People tend to enjoy that more. So yeah, that was the first record that I snagged that I absolutely had to have on vinyl. The next one is the one that I deemed my favorite album to come out this year so far, and that's not a lie, is Borknagar with Fall. This is out on Century Media Records. So here we go. I get a lot of I got a lot of criticism for this in the Heavy Metallurgy stream. I got several people messaging me, and some comments too, about this is your favorite album to come out so far. Like, there's been so much death metal. You're picking soft Borknagar. Yeah, I love soft Borknagar. That was a joke during the stream. Ever since this album came out earlier in the year, I've been obsessed with it. I absolutely knew that as soon as I was able to start buying records again, this was going to be the first ones that I got, and that sure enough was. So I've had this for a while now. I haven't shown it off yet. I figured I'd just wait. So I threw it into this mix. So yeah, I absolutely love this album. I think Summits is one of the best opening tracks ever created. And just, this is one of my all-time favorite bands. I do love a lot of the transitions that this band has gone through over the like however many years they've been out. It's been a long fucking time, that's for sure. But I just love this album. I think this is my favorite Borknagar album right now. And so yeah, I picked this up with the Amazon gift card that I had. And there you go. There's the gatefold. Here's the back, and then you get a printed inner sheet here with the liner notes, credits, and then lyrics. So yeah, again, I don't really need to say much else. I've talked about this album so many times on so many different streams. We did a Borknagar stream on heavy metallurgy. I talked about it on there. Talked about it on the halfway point stream that we did last week. I talked about it when I showed off the CD on here. Just like, I feel like I just like overkilled this record to a point. But yeah, so I grabbed that. Still playing this nonstop. I think now that I've listened to this album so many times, I can officially say that I do finally have a final track. For the most part, they were all pretty equal in my eyes. I loved every single one, but Moon is by far my favorite song on here. Stars Ablaze is another great one, but just the whole album is so fantastic. So that was the other record that I got. The next one is another stunner. I did not expect to like this as much as I did. I didn't really have, the highest of hopes, because again, this is another band that's just gone through a lot of transitional changes in regards to their sound, and that is the new Rotting Christ album, Xristou. So yeah, I showed off the CD last week, but I was not happy. I really wanted this on vinyl, and so as soon as I was able to snag it, I did. This is another one of my favorite releases to come out this year. I was shocked at how much I liked this album. So I already talked quite a bit in another video just last week, so I won't go into too much detail about what I really enjoy about this album, other than just that I think it's a beautiful album. Black metal is pretty much a stretch here. I don't really hear a whole lot of that anymore in Rotting Christ's sound, which I understand why people are critical of that. But the Hellenic Greek black metal scene is some of my favorite records to come out right now. And you'll see that in the next one that I show off. But yeah, man, I just love this album. And Season of Mist put this out, and holy shit, is this jacket incredible. They went into really nice detail for this. So if you have this, obviously it's got the shiny, glossiness of their logo and stuff, but also the feel of the jacket feels like almost like an oil painting. The texture of it is incredible, and just the overall quality of it. So, and here's the gatefold. As noted, and when I talked about the CD, all of this artwork is by artists from the 1700s, 1800s. They're old school, historical paintings. And you get a really nice booklet with it that explains all of that in detail right there. If you want to pause it, if my camera would just focus, man, someday I'm going to get a new camera, but a really nice booklet of the lyrics and then all of the artwork associated, just some phenomenal artwork. So that's one of the main things that I really wanted to make sure when I got the record. This was one of the reasons why I wanted the record so bad, is because of all the artwork that you get with it. And then this is, of course, it is a color copy. I got this on Amazon. I'm not gonna lie to you. So with my gift card, and then I also bought another copy to gift for a friend directly from Season of Mist. So you can also get this from Season of Mist as well. But this is the crystal clear red and blue marbled vinyl, strictly limited to 600 copies worldwide. So, yeah, it's a cool vinyl color. It doesn't really go with the rest of the vinyl, but whatever. So there you go. That's all it is. Nothing special there. So again, I'm so in love with this album. I think what I like about it is that it's different. It's a little bit refreshing compared to what I normally listen to in terms of my extreme metal. But Rotting Christ is such an iconic, legendary band. I'm a huge fan of most of their discography. There's a couple of dozen here that I don't really like in their discography, but for the most part, I still like the direction that they're going. I love how cinematic and theatric this album is, even their last album that they put out. So yeah, just a huge fan of this. Definitely going to be one of my favorite releases to come out this year. So check that out if you haven't yet, if you're into that. But I understand the criticism that people have been doing of this because they want the old Rotting Christ back. But it is what it is. So next on that point, release that came out at the end of last year that ended up being one of my favorite releases. I did a review for this on heavy metallurgy. My God, still spinning this like crazy. So I finally bought the record. I got this through Blast Beat Vinyl as well. Varathron, the Crimson Temple, just another Greek black metal band. Again, the black metal is probably more present on this album than it is on the Rotting Christ album, but there's still that Mediterranean sound here, a little bit more of a softer side of things, a little bit more melodic, definitely more melodic. So Paolo Girardi artwork there. This is on Agonia Records. gatefold, and that's it. There's no inner sheet. There's literally no credits or anything on this. This was limited to 300. It looks like I got 17, I think that's what that is. And then this is this black gray marbled that has a piece of paper. Weird. How did that get there? Okay, well, I'm going to have to clean this again. But yeah, one of my favorite releases to come out last year. I was shocked at how great this album was. I don't know why. I mean, again, another iconic Greek metal band that just doesn't really need much of an introduction here. But yeah, I picked this up because I've been spinning this a ton. Playing the CD a ton because I bought the CD last year and just really wanted this on a vinyl, especially for the artwork, to have the larger version of it. So if you're in the US, Agonia Records is distributed through Indie Merch, so you can get this on there. Or you can check it out on Blastbeat. I think it's still available there. So that way you don't have to pay those shipping costs. So yeah, there's that one. And then finally, one that you may not be too familiar with, possibly. One that I have not talked about at all, that I wish I had brought up on the stream last week, and I completely forgot about it. I don't know how I forgot about it. But finally got it on vinyl because Blastbeat Vinyl got it in stock. I could not buy this directly through Northern Silence Productions because the shipping was atrocious. And that is Labyrinthus Stellarum. So yeah, you're probably like, who the fuck is that? I've never heard this band before. So this is a band that I checked out solely based on the cover art on Bandcamp a while ago. This came out, Vortex of the Worlds is what it's called. This came out, when was it? Back in April. So yeah, been out for a while. This band is from the Ukraine, I should say. And they are phenomenal. This is atmospheric black metal. I mean, you can probably just tell by the cover art. Again, Northern Silence Productions is who put this out. And as you guys know, Northern Silence Productions is very costly to get records into the US. I think they cost at least $25 just for shipping for one record. So I was really happy when I saw Blastbeat Vinyl got this in stock because I love this album. It is phenomenal. It is your typical atmospheric black metal album with the space theme. It's ferocious. It's got ferocious vocals. It's got amazing riffs. Just so much about the atmospheric black metal scene that I absolutely love. This is definitely my favorite style of black metal, so I tend to overdose on it. And yeah, so definitely check this out if you're looking for a newer black metal band. This is only their second full length. Their last one, Tales of the Void, which is another really good album. Blastbeat also got that in stock. I was not able to purchase that because these are still relatively pricey, around $35. I didn't want to go overboard with there. But that came out in 2023, so last year. And that, funny enough, I did enjoy the album last year, but did not pay much mind to it afterwards. I'm not too sure why. But when this one was released, I was like, damn, that's right. I really, really like that band. So, front, back, gatefold. Man, I just love this artwork. It's so awesome. I love that sci-fi artwork. So the artwork is done by... Hello? I know you're on here. Band logo, layout by Northern Silence. Damn, is this AI? Shit. It might be. There's no artists called out down here. Well, shit. Here you guys are finding this out. Damn, well now I'm curious. Hello? Is this AI? I didn't think it was. I thought they called out the band or the artist name in their Instagram. Let me just go to the Bandcamp page here and see if it's credited. Well, I can't find it right now, and I don't want to sit here and waste everybody's time, but it's possible this is AI. Son of a bitch. But anyway. Well, I don't know. I might be wrong. If anybody from the band is watching this, or if you're familiar with it, let me know. Because it doesn't say. It just says, Labyrinthus Stellarum is all music and lyrics by Alex, Misha, additional drum programming. Oh, there's drum programming. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. There's no artist that's credited on here, so it's possible this is all fucking AI. Which, okay, that's a whole nother conversation we'll get on to. But again, I don't think that aspect would have deterred me from buying this if I had known that, to be honest with you guys, because I really, really like this album. Some people think that the reason why I didn't buy the Deicide album is because of their AI artwork. Actually, no. I didn't buy the Deicide album because I simply just don't like it. I know it's hard for you guys to believe that because Melanie loves death metal, so you just automatically assume I'm going to love every Deicide album that comes out, but that is simply not true. There's about 3 or 4 albums that they've put out in the past that I have not been a fan of. So, and this is one of them. So I chose not to buy it for that reason. It had nothing to do with the album artwork, even though the album artwork was absolutely blasphemous and disgusting and just awful. But hey, at least this one's cool if it's AI. I don't know if it is, though. I feel like when I saw these guys on their Instagram, which now I'm just going to go fucking investigate it now because, you know, how long? What are we at, 20 minutes? Yeah, you guys can sit around for a couple more minutes here. We do this shit off the cuff all the time. There's no professionalism here. Let's see here. Let's open up their Instagram. I'm doing a Justin thing here where he often looks at things on his computer but doesn't show you guys because he doesn't do the share screen and stuff like that. People will like tell him to go look into something, and so he will. So I swear I saw the artist was tagged. Let's see. Yep, it was. It's not AI. No, maybe it is. So they're tagging. Yeah, they're tagging the individual members of the band. I've yet to see a tag on the artist. Okay, here's the main announcement. Oh no, they're sharing. Man, okay, so there's this new thing on Instagram now where you can share somebody else's post. So it looks like you originally posted it, but actually somebody else posted it, and that's what I'm clicking on right now. Black Metal Zine review. All right, you know what? This is going on too long. I don't know who the artist is. It's possible this is AI. I have no idea. I don't want to speculate and say that it is and be completely wrong and not credit the artist. So I will dig further into this. And in the description of this video, if the artist is found, I will put it in there. If not, fuck me, it's AI art. It's going to happen. I've just grown to terms to accept it. I'm not a fan of it by any means, but at the same time, you know, it's just people are doing it now. And I think it's just going to unfortunately be a larger trend. So, but I don't know if it's AI. I don't want to say that it is. But really, there is no artist that's credited here. So here, if you want to pause the video and read the liner notes here, you can see that. So, it's possible. It says the layout was by Northern Silence. That's really the only thing. And then the band logo. And that's about it. Vortex of Worlds was recorded at Labyrinthus Stellarum home studio session in 2003. So, I mean, so they probably didn't have the funding to get an artist. Who knows? I mean, maybe I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I got this color variant. I realized I didn't show you. This red one that goes really well with the album artwork. There was like 2 or 3 other color variants. This is the one that I picked up. Fantastic album. Just, yeah, another one of my favorite black metal albums to come out this year. So if you're trying to look for a new band, I definitely highly recommend this. They have a pretty cool logo too, which also came with a sticker. So I'll be sticking that somewhere. And then there's also a Bandcamp code, which I'm going to keep because actually I did not get this through Bandcamp, so I didn't get a code. So unfortunately you guys aren't getting it today. But yeah. So now that I've just completely deflected and deterred, if anybody's familiar with this band, please let me know what your thoughts are on it. Again, cosmic black metal, probably some of my favorite black metal, to be honest with you guys. I don't get really tired of it. Again, I like to OD on this shit. I know some other black metal enthusiasts get really tired of this style, and I get it. It's oversaturated. A lot of it does start to sound the same. But you could say the same about black metal and death metal as a whole. Just saying. A normal listener would say the same exact thing. All death metal sounds the same. All black metal sounds the same. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this rambling session today. A lot of good music here. Definitely so many good releases this year. Just absolutely enthralled with how great this year has been for releases, and it's still not over yet. Still a lot of things I'm looking forward to, and that I'll be definitely listening to. Gonna get back on the review bandwagon again. I owe Heavy Metallurgy reviews, so there's gonna be one coming soon. I just haven't had, as you guys know, the motivation. I took a break and stuff like that, but it's coming. And then I've got some tapes and CDs coming that I'm gonna show off. Some full collection videos again. You guys like when I show those things, so yeah, more content coming. But I'll try to get another video up this week before I go out of town, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm back. Alright, I did some more digging. I was right. It is AI art. Gonna pop up right there. How it determined it. The band explained how they sketched it by an AI app and then did some other stuff to it. So, well, it's still a good album. And like I said, I'm not going to deter myself from buying things if I know it's AI, even though I'm not a fan of it. But again, I also mentioned the AI video that I did. The smaller bands don't always have the liquid monetization to do artwork. I don't know. But anyway, that's a whole different conversation that we've already had on here. So yeah, that's why the artist wasn't listed. So just wanted to throw that update. See you guys in the next one.